Iranian Azim Agajani and the clearing agent Ali Abbas Ujega, as Justice Okechukwu Okeke delivered judgment on the illegal importation of firearms. The accused persons were arraigned on the 1st of February 2011 on a 5-count charge, which includes importing 13 container loads of firearms without license and making false declaration of the firearms as building construction materials. The judge found the accused persons guilty on 4 counts out of the 5. But before the judge read out the sentence, the defense lawyer placed 2 applications before the court, pleading that the judge should exercise discretion upon conviction and that the Iranian be deported to his country as it would serve no useful purpose in Nigerian prisons. Upon delivery of the judgment, Justice Okeke stated that count 1, which was importing 13 container loads of firearms, which was prohibited under Part 1 of the Schedules to the Firearms Act, Cap F28, Laws of the Federation 2004, attracts a life sentence, but instead they got 5 years in prison. In all counts, they were sentenced to a total of 17 years in prison, but were run concurrently and was backdated to commence on the 1st of February 2011, which cumulates to 5 years in prison. For the defense, the judgment was unacceptable and will be appealed.
We say the case was not proven at all. Yes, and the judge has discretion depending on the circumstances of the case, to even caution and discharge or even award, because sometimes you see prosecutions, they will bring charges under very, very obnoxious laws. We feel that the sentence ought to have been more lenient in the circumstances. He's a bit shocked and worried, but he has instructed us to try this judgment on appeal. He's exceedingly confident that he will get justice at the end of the day.
Meanwhile, the prosecution is satisfied with the judgment and are ready to take a bow in the case.
The judge had a discretion under the law, and he has exercised his discretion judicially and judiciously, and that is it. Although the convicted persons have persistently maintained their innocence throughout this trial, but today they have been found guilty and convicted. But until an appeal is made to the Court of Appeal, this judgment stands. And as they say, the court pleases. Victoria Ido, reporting for Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, justice seems far-fetched in the case of Damilola Taylor, the 10-year-old Nigerian boy killed in London in the year 2000, as one of his killers has been freed for the 4th time. Ricky Preddy has been released on parole 3 times since 2010, but on each occasion violated it and was returned to jail. Now, jail chiefs will have to free him again in a few days when the 8-year sentence he and his brother Danny received for stabbing Damilola expires. A spokesman for Damilola's father is calling for a public inquiry into how the justice system has spent an estimated £22 million on the Preddy case to no effect. In 2000, Damilola was stabbed with a broken bottle as he walked home from a library in Peckham, South East London. It appears there are concerted efforts in curtailing the security challenges in the country as the military authorities commit to find a lasting solution to the crisis. The Chief of Defence Staff, Rear Admiral Ola Ibrahim, while receiving a delegation from the Indian National Defence College, said that an anti-insurgency unit of the armed forces is being formed and will be fully equipped to tackle the menace. He stated that the most important step taken by the Nigerian military is to support the deepening of democracy, which has the potential to create a more secure country.
Because of the peculiar nature of guerrilla warfare, insurgency, terrorism, everything is out there. We have a cell now under the National Security Advisor, and the army is developing now. But you see, relative to other developed counterinsurgencies in other armed forces, ours is just growing. Apart from what you teach in the classroom, the structures are just being in place now. We teach a lot. We pick from your experiences. Every now and again, I make them case studies. We study works like those of Martin Woods, the Invisible Army. We try to see how Invisible Army dovetails into the work of Samahoti, the Clash of Civilization. And then we try to distill from all the possible specific solutions to a specific challenge. We structure army before our conventional norms. You see, we must go back to the classroom now and restructure the way we teach now. So our armed forces is presiding over that low complex field, and we are not deterred.
In the meantime, the telephone number provided by the police for one to reach in times of emergency and kidnapping is permanently switched off. The number 0.07066228200 was given yesterday by the Nigerian Police Headquarters as a dedicated line for members of the public who wish to provide vital information to the police. But many callers complained to Channels Television that the number is not available. The Nigerian Police is hereby advised to activate the line so that people can access them in times of emergency. An idle mind, they say, is the devil's workshop. The issue of job creation as a root cause of the security crisis in the country has once again been brought to fore, as the Niger State Governor, Dr. Muazu Aliyu, joins the league of those clamoring for job creation to ease youth unemployment and in turn restiveness across the northern part of the country. The governor lamented the rising level of unemployment in the north, which according to him has made youths in the region tools for mischief makers. He said this at the official training of 300 youths in modern livestock and fish farming in Minna, the state capital.
These youths from the 25 local government areas of Niger State converged on Minna to commence a 2-month training in livestock and fish farming production. The Commissioner of Livestock and Fisheries Development, Mr. Issa Vassa, noted that the training, which is aimed at empowering the youths across the state, is part of the state government's youth empowerment program. He appealed to the youths to make effective use of the opportunity of the training to empower themselves.
The training which the participants will undergo include milk processing, wool farming, poultry production, sheep and goat production and farming, and other aspects of livestock and fish farming.
Governor Muazu Aliyu expects that the participants will contribute to the development of the agricultural sector of the country.
Each one of these people, those who successfully graduate, depending on the area of your choice, will be given seed money. If you take poultry, we'll give you enough money to start the poultry farm. If you take livestock, depending on which side, we will give you the money. But knowing that any time we give that, we give money, people talk the money and do not do. So we'll give you the cow and let's see how you slaughter the cow. Because if the cow is with you, even if it is about to die, you can slaughter it and sell the meat.
Some of the participants spoke about the expectations at the end of the empowerment program.
After the training, as we have been told that we were given maybe a capital to start the business with, for us to be self-reliant as youth.
At a time where there is an increase in youth unemployment across the country, a scheme such as this would go a long way to reduce the rush for white-collar jobs among the youths.
And coming up on News Track after the break, the federal government commits to reducing maternal and child mortality in the country. Please join us again.
In whatever situation, no matter the burden, we will always be there for you. Through our dedication to professionalism and reliability, you can trust us to be there for you every step of the way. That's our promise. Diamond, your bank.